emergency. How may I help you?
We are at the Plaza Live on Bundy Avenue.
Somebody just opened fire at us. He shot 3 times, and everybody ran out. I don't know if anybody got shot.
I saw the people shot. I don't know who had the gun.
Christina got shot. Christina Grimmie.
In June 2016, rising star Christina Grimmie was tragically murdered after a concert in Orlando, Florida. What seemed like a tragic event quickly revealed a deeper, darker story. Early investigations into her death led to many dead ends as police struggled to understand the true extent of the obsession that had taken over one individual's mind. This case highlights how dangerous unchecked obsession can become, especially when it's allowed to grow without intervention. What drove someone to such extremes, and how could the signs have been missed? Let's get into this heartbreaking story. Christina Victoria Grimmie was born on March 12, 1994, in Malton, New Jersey, to parents named Tina and Albert Grimmie. She grew up with a deep love for music and began singing at an early age.
That is the moment where you realize that this person could be a huge star.
Raised in a family where music was appreciated, it wasn't long before Christina's talents began to shine. Her older brother, named Marcus, was a strong influence on her musical journey. They would often collaborate, and Marcus helped manage her early career.
We grew up in South Jersey.
All right, girls, we're ready for you.
We moved around a lot, so we were extremely close, and no matter what, we always knew we had each other's back.
Christina's parents were supportive of her ambitions and did everything they could to nurture her dreams. From the start, Christina was incredibly dedicated to honing her craft. She would spend hours practicing, perfecting her voice, and learning to play multiple instruments, including the piano. It was clear from a young age that she was destined for something special. What set Christina apart was not just her remarkable vocal ability, but also her ability to connect with her audience emotionally through her music. Christina's journey to fame started in the digital world, which is a place where many artists were discovering the power of social media to reach global audiences. In 2009, she created a YouTube channel where she uploaded covers of popular songs. Her powerful and soulful voice quickly gained attention, and she amassed a significant following. It wasn't long before Christina's channel became one of the go-to places for incredible covers, where she showcased her vocal range and musicality. One of her most popular covers was of Miley Cyrus's song, Party in the USA.
Hi, I'm going to sing Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus. I hopped off the plane at LAX with my dream and my cardigan. Welcome to the land of fame excess. Am I gonna fit in?
But it wasn't just her voice that drew people in, but it was her humble and relatable personality. She made fans feel like they knew her, and that connection was a significant part of her appeal. As her subscriber count grew, she continued to post covers of songs from artists like Lady Gaga, Alicia Keys, and Justin Bieber, all while maintaining her genuine and down-to-earth demeanor. In 2011, Christina's big break came when she was discovered by Selena Gomez, who came across one of her YouTube videos.
Surprise! I'm going on a summer tour around the US with Selena Gomez and All-Star Weekend.
Selena Gomez and her family invited her on to be the opening band for her 2011 tour. And it was just, talk about like a game changer forever.
And there's Selena Gomez right there.
Hi.
There's Selena.
Looking all fabulous for my meeting.
Oh, you're always fabulous, dear.
Okay.
Okay, I will come watch a movie with you.
This opportunity allowed Christina to travel and perform in front of large crowds, which gave her experience in the industry and broadened her fan base. In 2014, Christina's career reached new heights when she auditioned for the 6th season of NBC's hit show, The Voice. She impressed the judges with her powerful performance of the song Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus, and all 4 judges turned their chairs. Ultimately, she chose to be a part of Adam Levine's team. Throughout the competition, Christina continued to wow both the judges and viewers with her exceptional vocal ability, and she made it all the way to the finals, finishing in 3rd place. While Christina didn't win The Voice, the exposure she gained from the show was invaluable. She went on to sign a record deal with Republic Records, and her debut EP, Find Me, was released in 2016. The EP showcased her distinctive voice and pop sensibility, with songs like Must Be Love and Invisible getting widespread attention. Even though Christina's career was just starting to take off, her passion for music and artistry was undeniable. She was known for her blend of pop, rock, and soulful music. Fans loved her ability to put a personal spin on the songs she performed. Whether she was covering a song or writing her own, her authenticity shone through. Christina didn't just sing, she told stories with her voice. What set her apart was her unique combination of raw talent and the vulnerability she displayed in her performances.
I know I have been to blame, 'cause I've been waiting, watching and praying for you to go insane. I've been.
Songs like With Love and I Bet You Don't Curse God were personal, touching, and offered a glimpse into her soul. Christina had big plans for her future, and she was ready to show the world more of her artistry. Her presence was felt on social media as well, where she interacted regularly with her fans, often giving them glimpses of her life and thoughts. Christina's relationship with her followers was something special, as she made them feel like family. In addition to her music career, Christina was deeply committed to giving back. She often used her platform to promote causes that were close to her heart. Whether it was raising awareness for mental health or encouraging fans to be kind to one another, Christina's compassion and warmth shone through in everything she did. She was a positive influence in an industry that can sometimes feel shallow or disconnected. As we have talked about Christina, now let's talk about Kevin, who was an obsessive fan. Kevin James Loibl was a 27-year-old man who, by all outward appearances, lived a quiet, unremarkable life. Born in St. Petersburg, Florida, Loibl spent much of his time alone. He had difficulty forming close relationships, and his social isolation made him more susceptible to obsessive behaviors. Loibl's interests revolved around video games, technology, and music, and like many others, he turned to the internet as a means of connecting with the world. In 2014, Loibl discovered Christina Grimmie's YouTube videos, and what started as a fan admiring her music and talent soon changed into something much darker. Loibl became fixated on Christina. He watched every video she posted, and he followed her on social media and studied her personal life and any information he could find. As time passed, his admiration for her became an unhealthy obsession. Loibl's obsession began to affect his reality. He imagined that Christina could return his feelings if they ever met. Despite the fact that they had never interacted personally, he believed they were meant to be together. This delusion intensified as he continued to obsess over her. He scoured her social media accounts and followed her career closely. Loibl even began altering his appearance, like losing weight and undergoing a hair transplant in an attempt to appear more attractive, and believed that this might make Christina notice him. However, his obsession went beyond simple admiration. Loibl's mental state deteriorated as his obsession grew. He began to harbor feelings of resentment toward Christina, especially when she did not acknowledge his existence or return his feelings. His sense of entitlement to her love became stronger, and the lines between fantasy and reality became increasingly blurred. At this point, Leubel wasn't just a fan of Christina's. He felt that he was entitled to her affection, and when reality didn't meet his expectations, his anger grew. Kevin Leubel's obsession with Christina Grimmie only deepened when he discovered that she was in a relationship with her boyfriend. He started to believe that she was cheating on him. He took little things she posted online and twisted them in his mind and convinced himself that she was being unfaithful. This made him even more angry and frustrated because, in his deluded thinking, he thought she should be with him, not anyone else. His jealousy and distorted view of her life only got worse, and he began to see everything she did as a betrayal. This unhealthy thinking made him spiral further and pushed him toward even more dangerous thoughts and actions. On the night of the murder, Leubel arrived at the concert venue with 2 handguns, extra magazines of ammunition, and a large hunting knife. He traveled by taxi from St. Petersburg to Orlando with clear intentions, and he had come to kill Christina. He didn't know her personally, but he believed that by taking her life, he would finally possess her. His twisted mindset showed that his obsession had reached dangerous levels. On June 10, 2016, Christina Grimmie's life was tragically cut short in a senseless act of violence that shocked the world. After performing a concert with the band Before You Exit at the Plaza, live in Orlando, Florida, Christina held a meet and greet with her fans. This was a regular part of her routine. Fans lined up to get autographs and take photos with her and were excited to meet the star they admired from YouTube and The Voice. But that night, obsession turned a joyful event into a nightmare. At 10:24 p.m., Kevin approached Christina during the meet and greet. As it was his turn to meet her, Christina opened her arms to give him a hug. Instead of a friendly embrace, Leubel pulled out a Glock 19 pistol and shot her 3 times at point-blank range.
Our CSIs were already there. Christina was shot 3 times, 1 close-range shot to her head, which was a fatal injury, and then she was shot 2 more times in the chest.
Chaos erupted in the room. Christina's brother, who was selling merchandise nearby, quickly rushed toward the scene and tackled Leubel.
I didn't touch Christina or the other body, but I did go up and I saw she was she was gone. So I knew that she was not suffering. There was no suffering, there was no struggle, there was no goodbye, nothing. Sorry, I haven't talked about it in a while. I thought.
The 2 men struggled, but Leubel managed to break free, and in a final act of violence, he pulled out another gun and shot himself in the head. He died instantly, which left behind nothing but a tragic consequence. Christina, who was severely wounded, quickly rushed to the hospital. But despite attempts to save her, she was declared dead at 10:59 p.m. that night.
Following the news of her death, some of music's biggest stars finding ways to remember their friend.
The world was in shock. Christina was only 22 years old. Her life, filled with talent and potential, had been taken away in an instant. In the days following the murder, the Orlando Police Department investigated Leubel's background. They discovered that he had legally purchased the guns he used to kill Christina and had no prior criminal record. However, Leubel had a history of violence, and his unhealthy obsession with Christina had grown to dangerous levels. While Leubel's family had no knowledge of his plans, some of his co-workers and the only friends he had knew about his obsession. Leubel's friend described him as angry and defensive when the topic of Christina came up, but they never realized just how deep his fixation went. Christina's death left a deep hole in the hearts of her family, friends, and millions of fans around the world. After her passing, thousands of people gathered to honor her legacy. A private funeral for Christina was held on June 16, 2016, at Berlin Cemetery.
After we got home from the funeral and the memorial, I realized that Christina's manager, Brian, he started a GoFundMe for us. Adam Levine pays for the funeral.
The next day, a public memorial was held in Medford, New Jersey. Fans shared their grief and memories of Christina and celebrated her talent, kindness, and the positive energy she brought to the world.
The last time I saw my daughter was on my birthday. We always have a mother-daughter time. We go get something to eat and talk, and we went on my birthday, all of me, Bud, and Christina and Mark. We went to Cheesecake Factory, and it was really nice, and then they had to get things ready for tour.
Christina's tragic story is a painful reminder of the dangers of obsession and the need for mental health awareness. Loibel's actions stemmed from a deep fixation, with warning signs missed until it was too late. In her memory, the Christina Grimmie Foundation was created to support victims of gun violence and promote mental health awareness. Despite the tragedy, Christina's music continues to inspire worldwide, which highlighted the need for empathy and understanding mental health issues before they lead to harm. In December 2016, Christina's family filed a wrongful death lawsuit, holding the concert promoter and security company accountable for inadequate security. The case was dismissed in early 2017, but the family refiled in May. By April 2018, the lawsuit gained traction, accusing the defendants of negligence. However, in December 2019, the family voluntarily dismissed the case, which ended the legal battle.
I miss my wife, I miss my Christina, but I am convinced that God's love is bigger than the hole that's in my heart that's missing.